I'm making this video because I'm healthy and strong. Today is June 26th, Friday, at 10:10 p.m. On this 26th day of June. I'm healthy and strong. I just got back some blood results from I had a pathologist, which is he studies the blood. I just got back results from the pathologist. Looks like it was here is from. This pathologist was taken on June 10th, 2020 at 9 a.m. It was blood test, and they got a series of blood. And I took it over at any lab test in Church, Texas at 17460 IH35 North HEB Shopping Center, Suite 400, Church, Texas 78134. And it's called any lab test. And, I'm healthy and strong, guys. Look at this. This is all positive, okay? It's a positive test exam, okay? I mean, they did a CPK and a troponin. CPK is just to tell you if you have any heart muscle damages or if your heart's deteriorated. And I had that test done, and I'm good. I mean, my urine's good, my blood's good, and this tells you right here. It says right here, troponin done, troponin exam. Troponin exam is negative, there it is, troponin. You can barely see it, but I had a troponin exam. I had a CPK done, cardiac enzyme of my heart, and I'm fine, And that was just done recently, I was just done recently. I had an exam done on my heart and blood done, and it's fine. I'm fine. I'm healthy and strong. And I went to the VA just yesterday on the 24th, and I gave blood. The doctor called me back today from the Frank Tejeda Clinic, and he says, your blood's good, man. You're good. So, I mean, today's the 26th. I got a phone call from Frank Tejeda Clinic, the nurse for Dr. Oriya, who is the doctor there at the VA Frank Tejeda Clinic in San Antonio, Texas, who is my doctor, my primary care doctor. He called me back and says, your blood's good, guy. Keep on doing what you're doing. I'm eating healthy and strong. I'm exercising every day at Gold's Gym. I'm a vegan in the morning. I eat vegetables. I eat beets, carrots, apples, kale, ginger, and lemon. That's what I use to detox my kidneys and stuff and my heart. I'm healthy and strong. But I'm making this video because of one thing, folks. I'm not trying to become a millionaire. I'm not trying to win over. What I'm trying to do is restore my civil rights. Nobody wants to be implanted, tracked, and tortured by the government without your consent. And it's against the law to eavesdrop and wiretap anybody. And I'm broadcasting my mind because they've intercepted that information. You can't do that. You can't intercept that without a federal court order. It's against the law. So since 1994, they've been illegal spying on me without a federal court order, and they cannot produce that. Because if they did produce that, and they did have my consent, and it was a federal court order, we wouldn't be talking right now. We'd be either in jail or in court right now. But the facts are the facts, folks. They're not going to produce a federal court order that was that they implanted an illegal spying on me back in 1994. They can't produce it. There was nothing there. So they committed the crime. So right now, they're trying to play the mind game of left and right. They're going like this, and they're going, they're using it to open up the, they do the opening up thing, where you got to, you open up, you kind of go in either left or right or open it up, or some shit like that. And it's this way or that way, or, it's just, they're playing a mind game. And if you look on Fox News, you look at the media, it's like they're going this way or that way or this way or that way, It's a fucking mind game, folks, and we got them in the fucking trap, They don't have anything, so they want to build something up to close this thing down, and they don't have anything, folks. But the facts are the facts, folks. And I want to show you a little bit because the Supreme Court case is getting serious. I mean, the judges, whoever handled the case, I don't know if it was Sotomayor or anybody up there that's wants to hear this case. But this case is out of the it's an unusual case, because it deals with technology, spying, and satellite weapons and tracking devices. That's what we need in this era, because there's no laws that are precedent to take account for what's going on, folks. And so this case is unusual. And yes, I would want to hear it if I was a Supreme Court justice. Sure, why not? There's a lot of questions that need to be answered. You don't just let somebody broadcast their mind to society and you're paying them to cover up this thing, to be quiet. And then you go to the FBI and you ask them to investigate it. Then you go to the DOJ, Department of Justice, and you ask them to investigate the FBI. And what do? Who did it? And they point the finger at each other like, You know, they're like going, well, they did it, you know, or he did it, or he, you know, they're pointing the finger at everybody else, man. And so it's a big cover up, a big conspiracy, you know. And like I said, I have to quote www.targetedjustice.com. I want to thank you very much for giving me the intelligence to realize what the hell's going on with those people up there. Dr. Robert Duncan, you too, the ex-CIA, you're a brave son of a bitch. I must say that you're an awesome CIA expert, but I consider you a patriot. I consider you an American legend, my friend. Dr. Robert Duncan, the ex-CIA who blew the whistle on all this stuff, man. Watch his video with Jesse Ventura, another legend. Governor Ventura, ex-Navy SEAL, thank you for your service. You're a brave man, and I appreciate you interviewing Dr. Robert Duncan so that way America knows what's going on. Thank you for your duties and your continuous duties to America. We shouldn't be going through this, folks. I mean, you know, they're using an act of treason, they're using an act of war against us, and it's a crime. These weapons are supposed to be used at war. But if they're not allowed at war because of the Geneva Convention, why in the hell are you using it against us? If you can't use these weapons against any other country, why in the fuck are you using it against your own people? That's what I want to know. Okay? Let's see, guys. Oh, so back to the U.S. Supreme Court. So if you go to the U.S. Supreme Court website, okay, and you look up my case, the case is pending further results. They kicked it back for a couple of months. It's going to be, they're thinking about hearing the case in September sometime. You know, that gives the FBI enough time to kind of investigate and try to find something against me to bring it down. You know, so right now they keep on attacking me, motherfucker. They're trying to kill me with a satellite beaming down on me, torture me, coercing me to act, you know. And all I can do is self-defend, because you can't defend yourself from a fucking satellite, man. Tell me where to buy a satellite and I'll go buy the motherfucker and I'll go shoot back at these fucking idiots. And I'll launch, I put a fucking rocket ship in my backyard and I'll launch it to space and I'll shoot back at the FBI. I'll shoot back at the CIA. I'll shoot back at the NSA. I'll shoot back at the fucking neighbors. But I can't do that. You can't go to the gun store and buy yourself a fucking satellite weapon and attack other people to protect yourself. You can't do it. So what do? Your job is to get on fucking this computer right here and file a complaint with the DOJ and the FBI immediately. Who gives a fuck if you're ringing up complaints? Tell them to leave you alone. They keep on harassing you. They're fucking with me because I'm blowing the whistle on all this bullshit. And so they have to end this court case, man. So they're attempting to try to kill me to cover up this fucking conspiracy. You know? And so they set the case back so long because it gives the federal government ample time to dig up some fucking dirt on me. You know? And it's fucked up because you're reading shit from my mind and you're playing the fucking mind game of left to right, right to left. And then you got Dr. Fauci playing the same game. You know, they don't know what the fuck's going on, folks. It's bullshit. But what I would like is just a chance in court to let me speak my fucking mind. We have that right. It's called due process of a law. It's in the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment says you have the right to trial court, folks. You have the right to present your case to court, just like it says in the First Amendment, the right to redress for grievances against the government. This is what is happening right now. Torture, espionage, treason, illegal spying and eavesdropping, wiretapping, civil rights. I mean, I got 5 charges I presented to these judges, man. How do you get away with that? And then society's reading what I'm thinking? Come on, man. Are they that fucking dumb? And then the VA says, oh, man, you're fucked up, man. This is not happening to you. Let me give you 100%, bro. Go back home, take your medications, and just shut the fuck up and let me torture you because I paid you. Let me torture your ass. And that's what the government, that's a scapegoat. The scapegoats are paying these veterans to go home and sit down and take your fucking medications while they fucking torture you. Because they're paying you. And that's bullshit, folks. I don't know, folks. I mean, this is just you know, and I blame the tech giants for all this. You know, the tech giants are really at fault for that. Google, you know, all these big monsters out there that are tracking Americans with apps and COVID-19 tracking devices and shit, and smartphone applications, ordering your meal on phones. I mean, folks, it's a conspiracy, folks. They created this COVID virus to scapegoat from attacking you with a fucking satellite. They cannot legally produce the fucking COVID virus in you and hold that against you, because the symptoms are you're losing breath, folks. Dr. Slidell from New York on YouTube. Okay, Cameron Slidell from New York says, "Hey, I've evaluated over 100. I've evaluated over 100 patients, and they're all dying of hypoxia, like they've been dropped off a fucking cliff with no parachute, losing gravity. It's suffocating them. It's hypoxia. It's not COVID. That's what that fucking weapon up there does. It attacks your ability to breathe normally. It suffocates the fucking and manipulates the cells in your body to cause you to suffocate. It does that." Dr. Rashid Buttar, Buttar, another doctor who was an army captain, I think. He has more information. Dr. Buttar blew the whistle on Dr. Fauci. And what happened to Dr. Buttar? They closed down all his fucking YouTube videos to violate his First Amendment right, freedom of speech, because the media won't cover him. So we had underground media cover Dr. Buttar, because you don't see him on Fox News, you don't see him on MSNBC, you don't see him on CBS, because they're scared of the motherfucker, man. He knows what's going on. COVID-19 is a joke, folks. It's a fucking scapegoat to attack Americans with fucking satellites. Bottom line. If you go into YouTube, type in U.S. Supreme Court. My case is pending in the U.S. Supreme Court. It's a good case, but the case is kicked back so far. I think it's September 29th of this year, so that gives the FBI, enough time to fucking find some dirt on me, man. Which they haven't. They've been harassing people who I know, That's why I don't go to my high school reunions. I don't Facebook anybody. The only person I Facebook is my undercover name, and that's with Dr. Robert Duncan, Dr. John Hall, Karen Milton Stewart, the people that know about what's going on. Those are the people I talk to. I don't get involved with anybody else because it's none of their business. What I need to know is what the fuck's going on between Dr. Robert Duncan, Dr. John Hall, who's from San Antonio, Karen Milton Stewart. Those are the people I associate with, because those are the people that knows what the hell's going on. Excuse me for not being social, but goddamn it, I don't want you to die. I don't want you to die because I have a Facebook account trying to round up my fucking friends and family. Why would I want to put them in this fucking conspiracy? Fuck that shit, man. Okay? There's no need for that shit. I've been through hell and back, man, but God's given me the fucking power to overcome this, bro. And I feel good about it, But one thing's for certain, though, is that we have to have our day in court. Because not just me, folks, there's a lot of fucking Americans that are dying. And if you don't fucking believe me, get yourself a fucking laptop or computer and start researching, bro. www.targetedjustice.com. Look at all the doctors and psychologists that are on that fucking website. Look at the videos. Look at the information there, man. Since 1950, these fucking satellites have been roaming our fucking space, folks. Tracking and attacking us. And it's getting worse because those goddamn twin towers and your fucking smartphone are tracking you. Taking each step, and it's going to get worse. Because now we're turning to applications and we're walking in the store and they're tracking us in the store. And it only takes one day, man, for them to get the fucking vaccine and the tracking device that fucking Bill Gates wants to put up in your ass or on your tits or your boobs or whatever to track your ass, There goes those big titties that I inserted. Remember them big titties right there that bounce? Look at them. I can see them from space. They got the implant inside your fucking boob and shit and they're tracking your ass, Or they got the fucking implant in your fucking buttocks because they gave you a butt lift. They got the fucking implant in your ass and you're walking around and the fucking doctors and shit are tracking your ass. And I want to tell you, I want to tell you something, because there was a case in the courts, and it was a tracking case. It was Richard Kane versus Barack Obama. And in that case, I think the fucking doctors implanted that motherfucker with a bunch of goddamn implants. And he sued them. But the reason why that case is not in the books is because they settled out of court. We don't want that. We want the courts. We want the cases to be in court, man. Because if your case goes to court, you got blueprints to discover. You got fucking a lot of evidence to put in the books. And if you don't do that, you're cheating yourself and you're cheating other people, man. You want evidence, man. In the books, in the Federal Digest and the State Digest, because that's going to give future lawyers, future doctors information on what's really going on. And we want to know that. But in Richard Kane versus Barack Obama versus USA, his kids were implanted and so was Mr. Kane. That's fucked up, man. A lot of doctors were involved in that. A lot of clinics were involved. And they went down for all that, man. They paid a lot of money on that case. There's a lot of other cases that are going on right now that they're trying to settle out of court. But that's not... We need to get those cases in the courtroom, man, in the law books for lawyers and doctors to come back and save other Americans, okay? That's the whole idea, is to get back in the fucking law book and make a difference for everybody, man. We want to make a difference for everybody. Anyway, so the Supreme Court case, my case was set back, till September 29th, It's a good case, because they are spying on me. They've been spying on me since 1994, bro. And I'm broadcasting my thought, and I'm tracked everywhere I go. And it's like they got me boxed in, man. And they're like, okay, what side is it? Left or right, front or back, or some shit. And I continues to be affected and attacked by this fucking satellite. Everywhere I fucking go, bro. Reminding me, hey, we're watching you. I got you. Look, they're attacking me. I got you. I'm watching. I'm continuously being fucking zapped by this fucking satellite. Playing the mind game. Continuously. Repetitively, man. Hey, we're watching you. Zap. We're watching you. Zap. And it's a fucking mind game going on for a long time, bro. So, all you guys who think you're fucking tech giants and you think it's all cool, it's not cool, man, because, you guys think you're tech giants and you want to be tracked and apped and everything else. Wait till you start getting tortured because of what you represent, who you are, what shirt you wear, what club you belong to, who you hang around with, your church organizations, because you like boots, because you like hats, because you like bandanas, because you like... Wait till you start getting attacked for that, man. Because you don't know who's up there, man. One night it could be the coolest person, watching you. Then some night it could be just a fucking atheist motherfucker who don't like brown people or don't like white people, don't like black people, or don't like Italians or Chinese or whatever. So you don't know, man. You don't know who's up there fucking running this goddamn fucking this fucking monopoly, this fucking game that we got going on, bro. It's a dangerous thing, man. But I hope to God that we do have our day in court, man, because it's not fair. They did it back in 1975. Senator Frank Church committee shut down the CIA and FBI because they were illegally using Americans. Okay? Open up your computer right there and look right there. It says right there, folks. June 17, 2020, it went into court. It says distributed for conference on September 29, 2020. Okay? So it's set for conference on September 9, 2020. They kicked it back. So we're just in June, July, August, September. That's 3 months from now, man. Meanwhile, like I said, they're attacking me. They're trying to kill me. They're trying to manipulate my mind, to go insane, man. And it's against the law in Texas. You cannot coerce somebody to be confined in a mental institution. I already looked that up already, man. I've been doing a lot of research on all this stuff. They're attacking people. And they're coercing these people to go on a rampage, and it's against the law in some states. In Texas, you cannot coerce somebody to be confined in a mental institution by your experiment or using torture, and that's what they're doing. Okay. Overall, man, I got to thank Dr. John Hall. Yeah, you from San Antonio, Texas. I see you coming, Dr. John Hall. Your book, the Guinea Pig Technologies Control, and also the New Breed of Satellite Weapons. Those are good books, Dr. John Hall. And, I'm glad that you informed San Antonio Police Department. I'm glad you informed the other organizations. Your testimony on the Presidential Bioethics Committee for President Barack Obama, that was a good presentation. I like that. I don't understand why that website was shut down. The Presidential Bioethics Committee, why was it shut down by Dr. Amy Gutman? Those are good books, Dr. John Hall. Dr. Robert Duncan, once again, I want to thank you, Dr. Robert Duncan. You've been a great patriot to the American people for standing up and blowing the whistle on all this garbage that's going on, this cowardness, this act of terrorism that's going on, act of domestic terrorism, because nobody should have America's war chest but the people in the military using against war. And not using against American people, folks. That's why we have courtrooms. If you have any beef with anybody, file the complaint, file the charge, bring it to court, and let's talk about it. That's why we have trials. That's why we have jurors. That's why we have trials and court cases and court dates and judges. We don't want to let the federal government to fucking run our fucking country, run our lives, run the state, city. We have state and city for reasons. Municipalities for a reason. We have city police officers. And, we don't want the federal government to regulate everything, bro. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Drink your water. I drink about 1.5 milliliters of water every day. It's really good for you. Drink your water every day. That's about it. Like I said, the case is pending in the U.S. Supreme Court. Grab your copy. After this case is done, I will publish it on Amazon for you to read. Because I know a lot of times my book, the 1994 Hacked Mind, was published on Amazon, but you probably can't buy it because the FBI has seized that from buying it. There's a couple of people out there that I gave copies to, autographed copies to. You can have those and use those, sell those if you want. The Supreme Court case will be published on Amazon for you to read. Or you can buy it for maybe $1.50. I mean, I don't want to profit. I just want the lawyers and judges and police officers to understand what's going on and to learn from that and to use that in your study and evaluation later on in life, because it's a big court case. Okay, we can learn there's a lot of information that you don't even know, that people don't even know right now, and I'm writing it. I'm going to publish it for the knowledge and the enhancement of education and technology. Thank you and God bless.